welcome to BizzTalk World Talk Show presented by Clickaway Creators. Today we have Mr. Hussein DAJANI with us. Mr. DAJANI has been able to demonstrate leadership, career growth, corporate success, strategic thinking, as well as building a personal brand in 19 years of his career journey. Today, Mr. DAJANI is the General Manager of Digital and CX Transformation in Nissan Motors Company for Africa, Middle East, India, Turkey, and oceans overseeing. Some of the most dramatic customer transformation the company has gone through in this recent times. So without further ado, let's dive in to know more about him in his own words. Hello, Mr. DAJANI. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me with you.
It's a pleasure to have you here. So we would like to know something more about your journey so far, in your own words, please.
Well, it's been an interesting journey. I started about 20 years ago in traditional advertising. So very much doing TV commercials, outdoors, radio, so on and so forth. And then after about 11 years, I decided to do the leap towards digital and another leap towards client side. And this is when I joined Red Bull. Virgin Mobile back then. And it was my first stunt working on the client side and in digital. After Virgin Mobile, I moved to Red Bull, where I was also mandated with setting up for them their digital department for the Middle East and Africa. After that amazing 3 years with them, I decided to venture on a new business opportunity where I founded with two other partners a digital agency. This small agency, which came out from Dubai, ended after 3 to 4 years, hiring 128 employees, having about 5 offices, and we managed to sell it to WPP Group, Grey Global. That was an amazing achievement. And this is when I decided, maybe it's time to go back to education. And this is when I went to the US. I did my executive education program with the Wharton University, and I was headhunted by Nissan to basically head their customer experience transformation department. So if you take a look at it, it was a very interesting journey, starting from the traditional, moving towards digital, and then moving into customer experience. So it's kind of following very much the trends of what's happening in the industries. Right now, customer experience is the hot topic out there. Every single organization is trying to master it. So it's been a quite interesting, I would say, series of experiences.
Oh, that's wonderful. So in this beautiful journey of yours, there must be some obstacle that you have faced in your success path. So how did you overcome it?
Well, obviously, in every journey, there are so many obstacles. I was 20 years old when I moved to Saudi, working with JWT. And as a very young kid moving there, it was a very challenging market for me. Saudi of today is completely different than Saudi 20 years ago. So it was really tough. It wasn't easy at all to try to adjust to a society, to a culture, to traditions, so on and so forth. But then again, you always have to remind yourself, why am I doing this? And when I come now, I look at the time that I did in Saudi, which is 6 years, I feel I'm very blessed because there are so many people who have never went to Saudi or worked in Saudi, so they have no clue about how things operate over there. For me, it becomes very natural because I know the market inside out. Then again, another obstacle is when you move from the agency side towards client side. The way clients operate is completely different than agencies. So you need to adjust to that new way. But if I can tell you one thing, which is an ongoing obstacle, and I face it day in, day out, the world of digital and technology is evolving at a very fast pace. And my biggest worry is to wake up one day and to feel myself not being able to cope with all the changes that are happening. So I have to spend a lot of my personal time educating myself about what's happening out there in the world, especially in the field of digital technology, customer experience, so that I'm always updated and I'm always competitive in the marketplace.
Correct.
But at the end of the day, the world of digital, if you're not following it, if you're not updated with it, you'll become obsolete. So that's a very big
That's true.
obstacle and a challenge.
Correct. That's true. So it's very, very well said that it's not a one-man game. So you have to, cope up with your team and you have to manage everything. So how do you do that? What are the methods that you use for your team and people management? We would like
Look,
to
the
know
most
that.
important thing is I've managed a team of 5 people and all the way to a team of 128 people. The way you manage people is, number one, you need to gain their trust and their respect, something which is very important. And you need to empower your team. So you can't keep feeding them. You can't keep, telling them exactly what to do. Let them fail and let them learn from their mistakes. By nature, I'm not a micromanager. I don't like to be on top of the head of every single team member that I have. I like them to work very much in autonomy. What matters to me is, and this is what I tell to every new member that joins my team is, I don't care if you work from the office. I don't care if you work from home, from the beach, no matter. What matters to me is that you deliver on
Correct.
on your objectives. And something which is very, very important to me is managing expectations and managing timelines. If you commit to me that you will deliver something on that particular day at that particular time, I expect to get it. You cannot come to me the last minute and tell me, sorry, I wasn't able to finish it. This is when I really, you start feeling the friction with the team. So as long as they manage my expectation, I'm ready to support them all the way. And then again, I try to keep the competition within the team, but a healthy competition. At the end of the day, it's the we that matters to me versus the I. So it's either all of us make it together or all of us fail together.
True.
Again,
That's true.
again, the culture of fail and learn, the culture of work and autonomy, the culture of trust, respect, the culture of managing expectations. This is what I try to nurture very much in my team.
That's lovely. That's really lovely. When you're talking about time, or when you're talking about punctuality, so I would like to ask, what is your time management mantra? Like, how do you manage the whole thing all together?
Look, coming from the world of advertising where we work for very long hours, you start very much believing that if you work for longer hours, it means you're doing the right thing, whereas it's actually very much wrong. It's
Okay.
not about the quantity of time that you spend, it's about the quality of time that you spend. So
True.
that was my first lesson. My second lesson was, and this I learned it very late in time, is that I used to spend a lot of my personal time working. And it took me a lot of time to learn that you need to put a cut-off time where this is relating to my professional work and this is relating to my personal work. So you need to create that balance because work will never finish. So if you work 24 hours a day or you work 8 hours a day, there will still be work. It will never, ever, ever finish. And so you need to decide when to cut off. So for me is, and I've been practicing this for the last 8 years or so, the minute I leave the office is the minute I disconnect from work and where Hussein, the personal life of Hussein starts. And I don't mix the two of them together. For me, spending quality time with my family and friends, spending quality time with myself, doing the things that I like is something which is very important. So as long as you know exactly what are the deliverables that you need to do and you deliver them, that's it. You can leave everything else till a later time. Because again, the tasks will not finish, the responsibilities will not finish, but you need to take the hard call of when to do a kind of a pause.
Very, very well said. And our young entrepreneur must learn something from this, and they must, you know, abide by this rule. Keep your personal and your professional life separate, and give time to both. So, what else? Like, we would like to know more advice from you. We would like to get more advice from you for a young professional. If you can just share it with them.
Look, I'll tell you, I'm very worried about the young and rising professionals for so many reasons. The world of digital, I believe it has its positive and its negative. However, what I'm seeing is more of the negative effect of the world of digital on the young talents. they don't want to work hard in order to accomplish what they want to do. They want everything to come to them easy, just like when you browse a Facebook or you write a tweet. Um, they need to learn that in order to earn a promotion, they need to work hard for it. They need to learn that in order to be able to grow at work, they will need to put hard work in it. They believe everything is becoming super easy for them, and they are going to get disappointed because this is not the right way to go about it. They need to learn that in order for you to grow in a company, you have to start all the way from the bottom. You have to do things with your own hands and to be able to grow. You have to learn about every facet of the business. This is from one angle. From the second angle is I'm feeling that the new generation is lacking something very important, which is the curiosity. See, curiosity is extremely important at work. So they need to research something rather than ask for the answers. So I don't want to give them the fish. I want to teach them how to capture the fish, which is extremely important. So there's a very big difference between teaching them and between giving them everything on a silver plate, and that's something which is very important. So being very curious is extremely important. Being very passionate is extremely important. And the third one I would say is have a long breath. So you need to be able to wait till the right opportunity comes, rather than after starting a job 6 months down the line asking for a promotion. The promotion will come, but you need to be patient for it, and you need to work hard for it. Those are the three most important things that I can really give as an advice to every new young professional joining the workforce.
Correct. That's lovely. That's very interesting. And I think our young professional will learn something from this chat. And thank you so much for sharing such a great insights with us. We will be looking forward for more chats with you in future with some international and trending business topics. For all our viewers, if you like our chat with Mr. DAJANI, please like, share, and subscribe our page, Clickaway Creators, and we will be coming up with more industrial topics for you. This is Ayushi from BizzTalk World.